Yo, what's up everybody? It is your boy Corey. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things that I've learned during this pandemic. And whoo, it's been a time. And I honestly feel like Atlanta is kind of like wide open right now. Like people's really not giving a damn right now about the pandemic, COVID, people out partying and stuff like that. It's at a point where it's still the pandemic, but it's like go at your own risk. If that's what you want to do, go at your own risk. So that's how it is in Atlanta. I don't know how it is in the other parts of the US right now, but in Atlanta it's kind of wide open. But I do want to talk about things that I've learned during this time. And you know, my birthday was April 15th. Right in the middle of when it first started. So it really hit like, dang, I can't do nothing for my birthday. And people literally had to stay inside the dang house for months. So I want to talk about that today. All right, so of course, the first thing that I've learned during this pandemic is life is definitely short. You know how many people we lost in 2020 during this pandemic already? During this pandemic, as it happened, and like you had to stay in the house, it's on the TV, you don't have no other thing to do but be on the web, it's on the web. Like you just constantly keep seeing it and you keep seeing it. And it just hit home like, dang, this is like crazy. It just makes you think differently about life. And it just makes you appreciate life even more because we took a lot of things for granted, honestly. Just being able to just go travel anywhere. We took all that for granted, and just seeing like life pass you by and people passing away quickly due to COVID and non-COVID things. It's just crazy. Like I lost my grandmother this year as well. And it was crazy because out of all the things that's happening, Kobe Bryant, Chadwick, my grandmother, like all this stuff, it's like, dang, life is crazy and life flies by. Like you gotta live your best life, guys. Live your best life. And that's what this channel is about. Gotta put that plug in there. This channel is about living your best life, building your lifestyle up, being the best possible person you can be. Come on now, you gotta hit that subscribe button. Another thing that I learned is people don't listen. Especially your president, Donald Trump. He don't listen either. This pandemic really showed how people do not obey what the law is saying, what legislators are saying, the government. People don't care. People do not care. I seen people outside when this pandemic first started. It was like wear a mask everywhere. They got the mask around the neck, below the nose. Like they not paying attention to what people saying. Like if you're gonna wear the mask, you gotta wear it perfectly so it can be effective. When it first came out, people still in the stores and stuff like that. Cities had to legit shut down because people wasn't listening. People were still out here doing a damn thing as if nothing was going on. So yeah, it really put into perspective how people as a mass, a wide body, do not listen. Another thing that I learned during the pandemic is it's simple to live simple. It kind of forced me to live simple. That's how I kind of got on this minimalism lifestyle, because I'm like, okay, I might as well try this out now. And then as I was trying it out and trying to live simple, it actually worked out in my favor that I'm continuing it now. But it's simple to live simple. Like we wasn't going anywhere. We couldn't really spend money like that unless you were shopping online and Amazon and stuff like that. But you couldn't go to the mall and just buy stuff. You couldn't just randomly go, you know, to the grocery store anytime you want, or Walmart anytime you want, and just go just to shop, or Target just to figure out because you're bored what else to do and buy stuff on a whim. Like it was kind of harder to do that, so it kind of made living simple easier. You kind of was able to really see that, okay, I don't have to buy all this stuff, and I don't have to go out here on the weekend to the mall and buy this and that. Like I'm perfectly fine with living with what I have currently, and I'm perfectly fine with, you know, living simple. Kind of put things into perspective, like, okay, I can do this during the pandemic. I can continue doing this. I don't have to go back to the way I was living when the pandemic is over or like descending. I can continue living this simple lifestyle, and that's what I've been doing, living simple and minimalism. Once again, plug for my channel. That's some of the things I talk about on here. So go ahead and look at those playlists. But you know what I'm saying? If you're not into living simple, if you still splurging and buying stuff during the pandemic, that's a you problem, because you ain't had nowhere to go. Ain't had no clubs to go to, no lounges. You barely can go on dates. Like, what you buying clothes and all this stuff for when you can't really do anything anyway? So at that point, it's like, okay, well, that's on you because you just have a buying problem at that point. For a couple of months, y'all wasn't able to go nowhere. Y'all wasn't really buying stuff like that, but groceries and toilet paper and stuff like that. You really wasn't buying clothes and stuff because you wasn't going nowhere. So think about it. It's definitely simple to live simple. I'd say the last thing that I learned during this pandemic is you can save a whole lot of money on cooking. Because we couldn't dine out. We couldn't dine in nowhere. Restaurants was closed for a good month before they started like, okay, well, you can do pickup and stuff like that. So you really had to adjust how you kind of fed yourself. So I was like cooking more and I was trying to figure out recipes and stuff like that. And like, I'm a person that like to save money, but I have a certain budget that I like to keep for eating out because I know like I'd be so busy so I can't cook all the time. But during the pandemic, I was cooking more, I was learning more about cooking, learning more about recipes, and it was a challenge for your boy, I cannot lie, but it really showed like, okay, I could definitely do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a me problem. And you know, I'm cooking more now, still not as much as I would like to. I'm getting there, baby steps, but I am cooking more. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, cool. So the pandemic is bad. Now, of course, COVID is bad, the pandemic is bad, you know, people losing their lives, people losing their jobs, people are not able to see their family, people are not traveling, and people with mental health issues are suffering because of them not being able to do what they like to do to stay happy. I understand that, but also we have to look at the things that the pandemic has taught us as well. So those are some of the things that the pandemic taught me, and I think you probably can relate to some of those. If you can, go ahead and leave a like button if you can relate to some of those things that I mentioned in this video, and also leave a comment on some things that you've learned throughout the pandemic, because I know I didn't list everything, but some things that you've learned throughout the pandemic and some things that you had to adjust to and make your life a little bit easier for you during the pandemic. So definitely leave a comment on those. I appreciate each and every one of you, all of my crew members. I rock with y'all heavy. I appreciate y'all that support me on here, Instagram, Patreon. I appreciate all the support. Still trying to get the 50K, 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm hoping I can do it, but it's looking very slim. But it's okay. We're gonna keep pushing, we're gonna keep rocking, we're gonna keep doing this thing because I'm here for you all to help you all level up and grow and, you know, learn the things that I didn't know back when I was kind of trying to level up, you know what I'm saying?